Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Canadian Football Central CFL content for the fans, by the fans. And we've got another video coming up as Greg Bell signs over with the Ottawa Redblacks after his time in Hamilton. He's been in the CFL for 2 seasons, in 2024 and 2025. Played with the Ticats both years, with last year him getting the starting spot. 1,038 rushing yards for Greg Bell with 5 touchdowns. He averaged 5.6 yards per carry. For starters, Rick, do we know how long this contract is with
It is
Ottawa?
currently unknown.
Currently unknown. So could be 1 year, could be 2 years. Who knows? Maybe it's 10 years.
Also, just so you do know, he did catch 62 of 74 passes for 426 yards and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, it's actually good for mentioning his receiving stats as well. I had forgotten about that. Now, I'm trying to remember, was it, because I know you guys have sometimes occasionally played a running back in short yardage. Did he ever do any of that? Or was that Milanovic Litre or whatever?
No, so,
was that Litre?
Like last year or the year before?
Last year.
So this is where it's kind of like a little bit of both, because if you do like goal line, doing it from the goal line, then it was Litre. If it was any other time on the field, it was Dolegala.
I see.
So here's the thing that I have with Greg Bell. Is there's multiple things that I see with this. First off, his weakness is his blocking. He cannot block. Like, I have nothing against the guy. He can't block if...
So you think that he's a much better running back than he is necessarily a fullback? Would you agree with that?
Here's the thing. So any play, you need someone to block, regardless if it's a wide receiver or a running back. With how well Hamilton's offensive line has been, you can hand the ball to anyone, even if it's a first-year rookie, and he can get 1,000 yards. Everyone blew up on social media because Greg Bell left. They're like, oh, well, what are we going to do? Listen, Greg Bell has only been in the league for 2 years. He took over for James Butler last year, so he played half the season last year, and then he had 1 full season. You don't think once Greg Bell moves on that Hamilton's not just going to have a whole other quarterback?
Running back, you mean?
Well, what I meant.
Yeah. So, but you're saying that his rushing was good. It was the thing that you felt held him back in Hamilton. That was maybe kind of a potential point of contention was the blocking.
Correct. But if you I don't want to say the older, the veteran players are kind of being pushed out this year, because from what I've started to see is there's more and more Americans coming up from the States. If they're quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers. Like I would say, players are dime a dozen, but you could just be replaced like that. Like, there's nothing that guarantees you a contract in the CFL. It's not like the NFL where you're guaranteed X amount of dollars. So, because the Ticats, again, we don't know what else they have up their sleeve with signings, because they've been keeping stuff close knit to themselves. We could be seeing other players be signed once free agent day, which this video is going to be coming out afterwards. By the looks of it this year, looks like we're going with Augustine and an American rookie, which would made Greg Bell expendable. So I don't know if it's his blocking that they moved on from, or if they felt okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He was 70 to 75,000. Now he's asking for more, and it's not in our budget.
Well, and the other thing is that it's possible that Greg Bell, he gets his 1,000-yard rushing. He's like, all right, this is kind of what I'm looking for paycheck wise. And the Ticats are like, well, we're thinking of spending a little bit here, spending a little bit here. We don't view this as much of a priority because of how we feel about our own line. And who knows? Maybe he's like, you know what? I'm going to go to tampering window. I think I can get a decent deal. And then he kind of gets that handshake deal with Ottawa and Dinwiddie. And then if this video is coming out, it means that that handshake deal became more than that. And his contract was signed. So. Yeah, he'll be going over to Ottawa. Did good in his time in Hamilton, but obviously even with some concerns that there are with him. But
I know this is a whole Ottawa video. So my question or interesting thing to see is, because I don't follow Ottawa as much as I follow Hamilton.
yeah,
I'm curious to see if Greg Bell has the same type of numbers this year that he had last year. Keep in mind, Dinwiddie had Mark Mahan, who only had 156 yards last year in Toronto. And Toronto's top receiver only had 314 yards. So it'll be interesting to see what he can pull off in Ottawa next year, being with him and Adnaboye in Ottawa.
yeah. No, but I think that's pretty much all I had. I think I said everything I had kind of on my mind regarding this. Is there anything else you got there, Rick?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Make sure you guys leave a like, share it around, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you guys haven't, make sure you guys join our Discord. Link in the description below to our Discord where we discuss all things CFL, NHL, all sorts of sports stuff, even the 2026 Milan Olympics. So make sure you guys check that out. And without further ado, we'll see you guys next time.